you guys have been following along for any amount of time, you know that I've been making over different spaces in my mom's house, and today is no different. Today we're going to be starting the living room makeover downstairs. We're going to bring in some paint to brighten it up, add some new trim, and just clean up some things that haven't been touched in years. I am so excited to give this space some new life, so follow along as we begin the living room makeover with some helpful crew members. Hi guys, and welcome to my channel, Heart and Home Crew. I'm so excited you're here. Today we are going to be making over my mom's living room downstairs. So this is the front room, also a sitting area living room that we recently redid. If you haven't watched that yet, make sure you check it out. It's beautiful. I am biased, I love it, but it was a complete disaster and we totally transformed it. And now we are ready to transform the living room downstairs. Now we moved our stuff down, we didn't have a ton of furniture, and so it was a little bit bare, and it needs a lot more love because honestly, I don't really even like going down there right now. There's no coziness to it. And if you know me, I love coziness. I love creating coziness in spaces. And so we need to do that to this room. So let me walk you through the room a little bit and tell you what we're gonna be doing. I'm sitting up here because I tried to film down there and it was very echoey. And I just thought that this would be a little bit more relaxing and nice as we walk through this space. So the flooring itself needs to be replaced. Unfortunately, that's not something we're gonna be doing in this video specifically. I've said to you guys before that we are currently living with my mom. We moved from Canada and we are trying to find our forever home down here. We want, you know, some acreage. We want to have some animals. I would love a beautiful old farmhouse. So stay tuned and subscribe because hopefully that is coming. We don't know when. So in the meantime, I'm kind of making over my mom's house just to keep myself busy because I love a good project, obviously. So the flooring is something that we're trying to see if we can work it out, but just currently it's not something we can do right now, which, you know, that might be your guys too. I always love to say that make the space you're in work for you where you're at. You know, sometimes I think we can get overwhelmed with like, well, what's the point of painting this room because the floors need to be replaced and I need all new furniture and la la la, you know, the list goes on. And I think it's so important that, you know what, we're living here and I want it to feel good. I want it to feel like a space that I want to go down to every single day. And so I might not be able to do the floors right now, but there's other things I can do, which we're going to do in this video. So the flooring, it stinks. We can see it. It's obvious. There was some flooding a few years ago at the very bottom of the stairs, and so that definitely separated the boards a bit. You can see the spacing in the floor throughout. It really needs to be replaced. And in general, I just don't love the color. I think it's very dated. And then there's also, we used to have built-in bookshelves in front of the fireplace, and so that's why it's kind of off in front of the fireplace and why the trim is missing. So we're gonna fix that, and that's definitely where we'll start. I do currently homeschool my kids, and so I wanted to create this nook as a little homeschool nook. It's not being currently used by anything. You know, we didn't really have an idea for it. If it was going to be a sitting nook, we just kind of felt like that would be wasted space. And so I thought, you know what if I can create something down here for my kids that just feels more exciting to learn. So we bought this beautiful table and chairs separately on Facebook Marketplace. I would love to refinish them, definitely coming in the future. And then there's also a play kitchen down here, and you can just see it's very crammed down here. It's not really functional right now. And so we want to clear some stuff out, maybe move some stuff around. And then this armoire I got on Facebook Marketplace. It's beautiful, it's vintage, it's heavy, but it has a lot of drawers. And so we're using it for homeschool. Definitely needs to be decluttered, so that will be a video in the future. But I've got great plans for this space, so stay tuned. That will be a whole separate video on its own, but I'm very, very excited for that. Now these curtains, I filmed this for you guys, but I'm basically just telling you that these curtains are very low and very tight to the door frame, and because of that, we're not able to open the door correctly. It kind of gets stuck on the curtains, and if you try to put it to the left of the door, you can't even open the door because the curtains are just hanging right there. So you guys know I love to hang my curtains higher and wider, and it just also frames the space a lot nicer and makes them more functional. We also have this side table that is just basic and I don't love it. So we're gonna find something with more character, as well as this couch. It's beautiful for what it is. It's a leather couch, but honestly, I don't love leather. I find it very sticky or very cold and it's just not cozy. Cozy is my word, guys. And so we're gonna get rid of this. We're gonna sell it, and I would love to find something tan, lighten the space up for sure. That's our big goal, is to lighten everything up. And we're definitely gonna do that with the paint. So in this front living room, I did pure white, which I think is beautiful, but I wanna do something a little bit creamer. So I grabbed a paint sample from Sherwin-Williams. This is Alabaster, and it is the perfect off-white, that perfect just touch of creaminess, more of an ivory cream, and it is beautiful and perfect, and I'm just so excited to brighten the space up with this. So you guys can see the overall view of this room, and what we're gonna do is we're just gonna add comfort, cozy, and we're gonna make it a lot more welcoming is what I want. I just want it to be a space where family comes over and this is where they want to gather. They just feel loved here. You know, you can feel the heart of the home here is in the living room, and that's what we're gonna go for. So without further ado, you guys, let's go ahead and get into this living room makeover, starting with the trim. Okay, the crown molding is not making sense, so I need to see some progress, so I'm just gonna stick this board up there. Good morning, you guys. It is the next day. We took a pause last night with the crown molding because it was just driving me mad. You guys, it was hard. I think I told you guys, I was like, I'm gonna look at a video and be so confident and then I'm gonna try it. I failed hard. I think what I'm gonna do is just get one of those blocks to the corner so I can just make my crown molding straight cuts. I just can't figure out the angle. I looked at videos, it looked so easy. I did what I thought they did and my corners are just not meeting. And so, you know what? My mom even said, she's like, Courtney, stop stressing. It's okay. Tell them that it's hard. Tell them there's a reason people get paid big money for this. And it is something that I want to conquer. It's something I want to learn. But unfortunately, I just don't have the time frame to do that right now. And so we're just going to do what we can do. And honestly, my dad has like a block in the other corner. And so it'll match better anyways. But I really just wanted to figure it out. I wanted to learn it. But again, today's not the day. So we're gonna make it work. We're gonna, you know, still make it look as nice as possible, and then we'll just carry on. So for now, what I'm gonna do though is I have prepped the walls for paint. I patched all the holes and sanded them, and so now we are just going to start the painting, and then I will come back and finish that crown molding. Let's go ahead and clear this room out. It said you have to go with the wood grain, and what did you say?
Not wood. Plastic.
Are these redecorating already?
Leave that stage for me now.
Oh, it's so late.
Maybe we are. Again, if we put the cords back here.
Oh, I like it so much better.
Let's do it.
Just do it. You're not nervous? It has to be secured in some way.
What? It's literally on here.
Yeah, but like,
No one's gonna
no, but the kid pulls.
That could happen with any TV at any time. If this is
But it becomes crashing down.
it's not gonna come crash. Refilm.
Hurry!
Again!
Guys, it has just been 2 days since I last recorded and so much has happened. I struggled hardcore with the crown molding. I really want to give my best when I do a job, and it's really frustrating when I can't or when I don't. And so I already told you guys, but you know, my mom just said, just patch the trim. I'm really not worried about it. You know, Brad and I are saving for a house, so we cannot be just spending money. If this was our own home, 100% I would have torn down all of this trim, reused what I could have, but for the most part, you know, try to have it as long and consistent as possible, as well as making the correct cuts. So normally when you do trim, you want to have it at an angle when you have to piece pieces together as opposed to straight on, because that's just more obvious. And I didn't do that in this room and it hurt me. And so you'll see I struggled really badly with the crown molding. I just could not figure out the corners. I watched the videos, it didn't work. And so I ended up doing a corner block. If I was doing my own room and I found crown molding as hard as I'm finding it, 100% it makes it so much easier so you can just do straight cuts for the crown molding, which is what we ended up doing. And I am still obviously trying to make it look as seamless as possible, as cohesive as possible. And thankfully once I finish caulking and painting, it's all gonna look a little bit more together. But right now it hurts my heart to do. So anyways, you guys, a lot has changed though, like I said. So we've got the walls are painted. We love the color. It's looking so much brighter in here. Got the trim finished, and so now I just have to paint the trim. We did get the rug. It is gorgeous. It is beautiful. I love it. I love the blues. I love the pinks and a little bit of creams in here. It's really, really gorgeous. It does make me realize though that I want to get a much lighter couch to go with it. I want to get a tan couch, hopefully. Still on the hunt, haven't found one. We did find chairs. I found them on Facebook Marketplace at a local thrift store. So these chairs I'm going to show you. I told Brad, I'm like, I have so many things that I need to refinish. Like, I'm like, I'm gonna refinish this table, I'm gonna refinish this hutch. Now I have 2 chairs that I wanna refinish. We wanna reupholster them, but let me show you. They are solid, they're beautiful. I got them for $200, so $100 a piece, which honestly for chairs, I thought that was a good deal, especially because they are solid. So these are the chairs. They obviously are not like cozy, comfy chairs. They have a lot of cushion. Again, they're solid wood. These things are heavy. My son is in the background, sorry. He keeps popping in and out. And also that's like construction zone. When you're working on an area, everything just goes outside, although the dryer's another story. But I love them. My mom and Brad were like, even the fabric's not that bad. I'm like, it's not that bad, but it's not what goes with the room. I mean, like, it's just clashing right now with the couch and with the carpet, and I want to make it all cohesive. There's lots of projects that we have to do still, but anyways, I just love the detail on the arms and the detail around the tops of the chairs. I'll show you guys close-ups and the legs. I thought they were beautiful. I don't think that they're antique. Like, honestly, this looks something to me as if it was from World Market or something like that. I tried to find a tag or writing on it, but there's nothing. But even the backs, they're beautiful from the back, which is great because you're obviously going to be able to see the backs of these chairs constantly with the room behind it. We have to figure out how to upholster furniture. And if I can't, that's okay. I'll get someone else to do it, but hopefully I can do it and we can save some money. All right, so let's go ahead and finish up the last little things, like I said, in this room and talk about where we're going to go from here. Okay, you guys, I think we're gonna do the final part of this room makeover, and that is hanging the curtain rod and the curtains. As I said before, we are going to open them up and bring them higher. Truthfully, I'd probably like to extend them even more, but I'm just reusing the old curtain rod that was here. It was black. I spray painted it in this beautiful color. I think it was called Rust-Oleum Champagne Bronze in the metallic. It was just, it's like a beautiful goldy brassy color, and I love it so much. So yeah, this is an inexpensive way, guys. If you have decor and you're like, you know what, I just can't afford to go buy a $30 curtain rod because you're buying other things, $10, you guys, and you can change up the look of your rods. Obviously, again, this isn't ideal because this is something that could get scratched depending on how you're hanging your curtains, but we're gonna try it out for now and we'll see, and you know, save a buck or two in the meantime. So I'm gonna go ahead and get to work on hanging this up, and then I think that will be it for this week's video. We still have a lot to do. I am in the process of finding a couch right now on Facebook Marketplace. I've got a couple of options, so that's looking good. We've got to figure out how to reassemble these chairs, reupholstering them, and then a coffee table, and there's lots. There's gonna be lots to this, you guys, so stay tuned. We're probably gonna have at least one more episode, and I'm so excited for the finished results. Are you getting in trouble? Yeah. Are you making a mess?
Yeah.
You wanna go outside? Say bye, guys. Bye, guys. Say bye. Say bye-bye. Bye-bye. Give me a kiss. Thank you. Have a hug? What's a kiss? Have a hug? Oh, forever captured on camera. Oh, thank you.